Welcome to the course Python Programming. I am Dr. P. Govardhan, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering. At the end of this lecture, you will be able to learn for loop, some sample programs on for loop. We will discuss first for loop. The for loop can be used to execute a group of statements repeatedly depend upon the number of elements in the sequence. The for loop can work with a sequence like string, tuple, list, set, dictionary and range, etc. Now this is the syntax of the for loop. For variable in sequence, after sequence we put a colon, statement 1, statement 2 and so on, statement n. Now this is the body of the loop. This is the body of the loop. The for loop after semicolon. Now these statements is a suit. Now this is the body of the loop. Then statement x. Now what is the procedure or working rule of for loop? First, variable takes first value of the sequence. Then the set of statements 1 to n will be executed. Then control comes back to the for loop. This variable takes second value of the sequence. Then the set of statements will be executed. That is, the body of the loop will be executed. Control comes back. Again, a variable takes third value. The set of statements, that means body of the loop, will be executed. Now again, control comes to the back. Control comes to the for loop. Now the variable takes the last element of the sequence, then the set of statements will be executed. Now after that, statement x will be executed. Now observe this, the first element of the sequence is assigned to the variable and then statements 1 to n are executed. Next, the second element of the sequence is assigned to the variable and then the statement 1 to n are executed second time. In this way, for each element of the sequence, the statements are executed once. After assigning all elements in the sequence, control comes out of the loop without executing the body of the loop and then the statements x are executed. Now this is the description of the for loop. Now in this we will discuss some sample program. This is the first program. Write a Python program to print characters present in the given string. Now here the string is nothing but a sequence. Now this is the example. S is equal to, this is the string Dr. Goa Educare. Now I am reading letter by letter. After reading the first letter, I want to display that. Next read second character and print the second character. Similarly, third character and so on. For this we use for loop. For I in S, here I is the variable, S is the sequence. Now the first character of the sequence assigned to S. Then print statement will be executed. That is, capital D will be displayed. Next, the second character of the sequence is assigned to I. Then print statement will be executed. Next, this is the space. Third character is assigned to this I. Then print statement will be executed and so on. All the elements are assigned to the I, the print statements executed. After that, the control comes out of the loop. Now I am executing the same program. Suppose S is equal to this string, either single quote or double quote, Dr. Goa Educare, Dr. Goa Educare is the string. Now I want to display all the character of the string. Yes, I use for loop for each character I in the sequence S print I. This is the simple program. Now I am executing this program. Observe here, all the characters will be displayed on this screen. Dr. Goa Educare. Dr. Goa Educare will be displayed on the screen in different lines. I want to display in the same line. I use end attribute, comma, and is equal to some space. Now I am executing this program. Now this is Dr. Goa Educare. Now observe here, press any key to continue is followed by this. Now I want to print Dr. Goa Educare in the only. For this I am using, after displaying all the characters of the string, next the control comes new line, print, that means new line character. Now observe here, Dr. Goa Educare. Now the next program, write a Python program to display numbers from 0 to 100. Third program, write a Python program to display numbers from 100 to 1. Now this is the static input. Now I am in this program I am giving a dynamic input. I am giving the dynamic input. For dynamic input enter some string. Enter some string. Now I am executing this. Now assuming enter some string, Python programming. Python programming, this is the string. Now this is the output. I am reading all the characters from the given string. P, then Y, T, H, O, N, programming. I am displaying all the characters of the given string in the single line. Next, I want to display the numbers from 1 to 100. From 1 to 100, I am using the range. For I in range, 1 comma 100. 1 comma 100, print I, comma, in the same line I am using end attribute, and this, after displaying all the numbers, control cursor goes to the new line, print new line. Now that means this is the range. The range element contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on 100. That means I takes now in the range 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now the first number 1 assigned to the I, then that value will be displayed. Next 2 assigned to I, 2 will be displayed. 3 assigned to I, 3 will be displayed. 4 is assigned to I, 4 will be displayed, and so on. Last element 100 is assigned to I, 100 is displayed. Now all the elements are the sequence assigned to this. After that, control comes to this print statement, that is the cursor goes to the new line. Now observe here, I am executing this 1 to 99, because the range function 1 to starting value, end value, that is the range is start to end minus 1, that is 100 minus 1, 99. 1 to 99 only displayed. Suppose now this is nothing but natural number. Now I want to display all odd numbers up to 100. Starting value 1, each time the 2 is incremented, that is start value 2. Next step value is 2, 3, next 5, next 7 and so on up to 99. Observe here 1, 3, 7, 9 up to 99. All the odd numbers will be displayed. I want to display all the even numbers. Starting value is 0, 0, 100, 2. Now in this all even numbers will be displayed. All even numbers will be displayed up to 100. Now this is write a Python program to display numbers from 100 to 1. From 100 to 1. For this, for I in range, now I want to display 100 to 0 in each step minus 1. Each step minus 1. Now print I. Next after this, print new line. I am executing this. Now observe here, starting value is 100 to 1. Now I am going to display in the single line. I am using end attribute, comma, end is equal to, I am giving the some space. Now observe this, 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 92 and so on up to 1. Now this is the program. Now the next program, write a Python program to find sum of n natural numbers. Sum of first n natural numbers. Here n is input, n is equal to, it is integer, int of input, enter, n. Now for I in range. Now natural numbers start with 1, come up to n. The end is, suppose I am putting the n, end is n, the range is 0 to n minus 1. Now I want to include n and put n plus 1. I want to find the sum of the first n natural numbers. Initially the sum is 0, assuming initially the sum is 0. Now for I in range 1 to n plus 1, that is I takes 1, the 1 value added to the sum. Next I takes 2, 2 value added to the sum. I takes 3, 3 value added to the sum. Repeating, all the natural numbers will be added to the sum. For this, sum is equal to sum plus I. Now in this step, we get all the values. Next I want to print sum of first n natural numbers, sum of first n natural numbers first sum of natural numbers is comma sum is sum. This is the program. Enter. Assuming it is a 5, the sum of the first 5 natural numbers is 15. Next, assuming enter m, sum of the first n natural numbers is 55. Now the next program, write a Python program to find factorial of n. The definition of the factorial of n is the product of the first n natural numbers. Now this is the program, the sum of the natural numbers. Similarly, the product of the first n natural numbers is factorial n. Now instead of sum, I am calculating the initially product is 1. Product is equal to 1. In each time the product is multiplied by natural number, that is product is equal to prod star I. Now the sum of first n natural numbers. Now here the factorial of n is simple, the factorial of n is product, PROD. This is the program. The product of the first n natural numbers is defined as a factorial n. I am executing this. 5. The factorial of 5 is 120. Again execute. The factorial of 10 is, this is the factorial of 10, the first product of the first n natural numbers. The product of the first n natural numbers. The factorial of 6 is 720. Now this is the next program. Write a Python program to print Fibonacci sequence up to n numbers. Now the Fibonacci sequence, initially 0 and 1 are two numbers. Adding these two numbers, we get this number. Again, add this number to the previous number, we get this number. That is, add 2 plus 1, we get 3. Next, add 3 plus 2, we get 5. Next, add 5 plus 3, we get 8. Next, 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 8, 21 and so on. Such type of sequence is called Fibonacci sequence. Now, assuming f0 is equal to 1, f1 is equal to 1, these are the initial numbers. Now we want to get this number, that is f2 is equal to adding these two. f2 is equal to f0 plus f1, we get this. Next, adding these two numbers 1 plus 1, we get this. Now here, assuming f0 is f1, f2 is f1, adding these two 1 plus 1, we get f of 2. Next, adding these two. Now this is the f0, this is f1, f0 plus f1 is 3. Next, this is f0, this is f1, adding these two, we get 5, repeating the same steps until the desired result. N is unknown number. I have entered the value of n. Initially 0 and 1 are initial values, that is f0 is equal to 1, f1 is equal to, f0 is equal to 0, f1 is equal to 1. Now first I want to print these two numbers, print f0 comma f1 comma, I want to print the same line, I am using AND attribute. Now the next, repeating this step, now I want to print this number, suppose 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to print second number to n numbers. That is, for I in range, what is second number? 2 to n plus 1, 2 to n plus 1. Now observe here, I am calculating f2 is equal to f0 plus f1. Now observe the previous step, f0 is equal to f1, f1 is equal to f2, f0 is equal to f1, f1 is equal to f2. Again print. Next, repeating the same step. Now f0 is equal to f1, f1 is equal to f2, print f2. Next, f0 is equal to f1, f1 is equal to f2, print f2. Now this is the program for Fibonacci sequence up to n numbers. Now the unknown value is n. I want to enter n. Initially f0 is equal to 0, f1 is equal to 1. First I want to display these values, print f0 comma 1 space f1 comma and is equal to 1 space. Next, I want to print the Fibonacci sequence from second numbers. I am using for I in range, for I in range from 2 to 2 comma n plus 1, n plus 1, f2 is equal to f0 plus f1. Next, f0 is equal to f1, f1 is equal to f2, f1 is equal to f2, print f2 comma and is equal to 1 space. This is the program for Fibonacci sequence. Enter n. Now I want to print Fibonacci sequence up to 10 numbers. Up to 10 numbers. Now after this I want to print the new line. Print the new line. Observe, this is the Fibonacci sequence up to 10 numbers. Initially 0, 1, add these two, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 5, 13 plus 8, 21 plus 13, 34 plus 21, 55. This is the Fibonacci sequence up to 10 numbers. Armstrong number. An Armstrong number is a n. This is the definition of the Armstrong number. An Armstrong number is a n-digit number is equal to the sum of its digits raised to the power of n. Sum of its digits raised to the power of n. Write a Python program to print Armstrong numbers from 1 to n. Now, all single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. All single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. There is no 2-digit Armstrong number. Now, the next 3-digit numbers, 4-digit number and so on, we get remaining Armstrong numbers. Now, first read n. N is equal to int of input, read input, enter, n. I want to check the first number 1 is Armstrong number or not. Next 2 is Armstrong number or not. 3 Armstrong number or not. 4 Armstrong number or not. For this I am using for loop for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. Next, that means first I takes 1. I want to check 1 is Armstrong number or not. Next I takes 2. 2 is Armstrong number or not. Next I takes 3. 3 is Armstrong number or not. Now for this, the first step is to count the total number of digits in I. Now, after counting this, I am using the while loop. While I want to separate the digit. Digit is equal to I modulo division with 10. Modulo division 10. After separating the last digit, now I want to get the number without last digit. I am using I is equal to floor division. Floor division with 10. Now the last digit will be separated. That is, I want to count the digit. For this, count is equal to count plus 1. Count is incremented. Count is equal to count is equal to count plus 1. Now here I am using this. Now here, after executing this while loop, I goes to 0. Now I want to check the sum of I want to store the value I in another variable j is equal to I. Another variable j is equal to I. Now here the I value stored in j. Now initially the count is 0. Count is equal to 0. Initially the sum is also 0. Next, I want to calculate while j, I want to calculate the powers. Again, I am separating the digit. Digit is equal to here j modulo division with a 10. J is equal to j floor division with a 10. I am calculating the sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I am using the power function, power of digit comma count. Now repeating the while loop is executed until j equal to 0. J equal to 0. Now here I will store the j value in another variable I. Next, I want to check if I is equal to j, I is equal to j, print. I want to print all the Armstrong number. Print I, comma, and is equal to some space. After checking first value Armstrong number, again I want to check second number. For second number, sum goes to 0. Sum is equal to 0. Count is also 0. Count is also 0. Sum. I want to check the sum. Now observe here. Now these are the Armstrong numbers up to 1000. All single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. No 2-digit number, only 3-digit numbers are this. Now in the last step, after this, print new line. I am executing this up to 10,000. These are the Armstrong numbers up to 10,000. Now all the Armstrong numbers or single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. There is no 2-digit number. Now I am checking 3-digit number up to 1 lakh. These are the Armstrong numbers up to 1 lakh. 153 Armstrong number, 370 Armstrong number, 371, 407, 1634, 8208, 94, 74, 54,000, 748, 92,000, 727, 93,000, 84. These are the Armstrong numbers up to 1 lakh. This is the Armstrong number program. Next, a Python program to check the given number is Armstrong number or not. Armstrong number or not. Now for this, the same program, I will modify this. This is the enter the number. I don't want this step. put some n into the another variable j, another variable j. Now initially the count is 0, the sum is 0, while n, now count the digits. Here in case of I, n, now again, now here n is equal to j, while j digit. Now same step, now calculate sum if n is equal to sum, print given number is Armstrong number. Print given number is Armstrong. Else print given number is not Armstrong number. Given number is not Armstrong number. This is the program. For calculating, this is given number is Armstrong number. Given number is not Armstrong number. This is the program to check whether the given number is Armstrong number or not. This is a program, a Python program to check the given number is Armstrong number or not. Next I want to print in different forms using the range function. So for example, for I in range, for I in range, I want to print all integers, assuming starting value -5, comma 10, comma -1. Print I. Print I. N is equal to some space. Now this is the program to display both negative numbers and positive numbers. So for example, this is the 6. Observe here, -5 to +5. -5 to +5. Next, say -10 to minus 2 minus 6. In each here short value is minus 10, end value is minus 6. Step size is 1, that is 8x minus 10. Next step size is 1, 8x minus 9. Next 8x minus 8. Next 8x minus 7. Now observe here, output minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, minus 7. Now that is n minus 1. Starting value, end value, step value. Now the range is start value to n minus 1. Each step is incremented by 1. That is n minus 1 means minus 6, minus 1, minus 7. Minus 7 will be displayed on the screen. Now assuming this is 100, the step size is sum 4. Now assuming minus 100 to minus 8. Minus 8. Now next value is minus 7. Minus 7 up to this. This is the way for printing different values. Now we will discuss some programs in lecture 22. Now I am going to stop here. Thank you.